Is supersizing your business a shot in the dark? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, in our idiom, our expression, our mental well-being idiom for today is a shot in the dark. This, of course, means a wild, unsubstantiated guess or something that has very little chance of success. Does growing your business have little chance of success? It's entirely up to you. Have you ever been in a situation, I have for sure, where you freeze up or everything goes black? And this idiom is from George Bernard Shaw's one that made it popular in 1895 when he used it in the Saturday Review. But prior to that, it had been used. Can you imagine trying to shoot in the dark? Whether you shot or not, think of shooting an arrow. Think of shooting a basket. Think of shooting a gun or something. Think of shooting a rubber band in the dark. You have no idea what you're shooting at. That's why it's so important that we have a target for our business. I used to have really bad test taking anxiety. Maybe some of you can relate to that. I'll never forget it. I'd had it all through school, and I really struggled with tests. I'd always get to a test, and usually it was the essay questions. I'd be in the test, I'd be chugging along at the multiple choice, and I'd get to the essay section of the test, and my mind would go blank. It'd be like I'd read the question, and it was a foreign language. I had no idea. And then I'd have to calm myself down. My heart would start beating. My hand palms would start sweating. I'd start to get a little bit of a panic attack. And then I'd remember, it's just a question. I can always guess. I can always make a wild ass guess on it and write something down. But as soon as I started writing and calmed down and took a deep breath, then my brain would start to work again. The fog would clear, the black would go away, and I could see the question, read the question, and then start to do some kind of an answer. And it had been years since I'd had a test when I went to take both the certified quality exam and my real estate broker's license. I did the real estate exam and then my real estate broker's license. And it didn't happen on the real estate exam, but it did happen on the broker's license. I got there, and that and the certified quality management exam, they're both they do questions to trick you, right? And so then you second guess yourself. We talked about second guessing or second thoughts the other day, and I just got to the essay questions, and again, that old school time blacking out. I literally saw black and couldn't see the paper in front of me for a minute or so before I realized, okay, it's just test anxiety. Pull yourself together. You got this. You can do it. And I could actually read the question. Otherwise, sometimes what I'll do is I'll just start writing whatever comes into my brain, and then that'll turn my brain back on too, and I can answer the question. So I suggest we use a shot in the dark when we're having conversations. We can say, well, when we're sharing our opinion or when we're spitballing ideas, it can be a shot in the dark and crazy, wild, unsubstantiated guesses. But when it comes time to analyzing those alternatives, deciding and making decisions for what we're really going to do in our business, what we're really going to say to other people, we might want to give it a little more thought than just guessing. I found in my corporate career as well as my business career thus far, it's better to say, I don't know, let me find out. Or I've never thought about that. Let me think about it for a few minutes and get back to you. And then say when you're going to get back to the person. Than to guess. Guessing makes us look stupid, foolish, and irrational because we're just winging it. We can't wing it when we're leading and when we're growing and building and supersizing our business. Sometimes we can guess on things and we'll guess right, but it's not a very statistically significant or wise way to make decisions when it comes to growing and building our business. So I like to have go-to tools and processes that we use in our businesses to make decisions, to analyze alternatives, different tools and things. And I share those a lot in our annual challenge. This whole year, we're doing each different area and aspect of our life with respect to the life framework. And a lot of the days I share different tools and techniques and strategies that I've learned over my 49 years in business to help other people. If they've helped me, I want to share them with other people as well. So have a toolbox of things that you can use, not only for yourself, but to teach other people. Our job as leaders and business builders is to bring other people along with us, right? Set the example and teach them how to use decision-making tools and strategies that help them to be more efficient and more effective in their lives as well. So love to know if you have ever made a shot in the dark when it comes to supersizing and growing your business. Maybe other people believe that it was a shot in the dark that you would succeed in business. I know That's what I got a lot. I've done a lot of things in my life that people are shaking their heads and saying, there is no way you're going to pull that off. And then I pull it off, and then they're even more surprised. So I love surprising people. I love showing them that it's what we do that matters, not what we say or think that we're going to do someday. It's what we do now and every day, and how we treat other people, and how we build our business. So have you seen this in business? I've definitely seen it working with different business owners. They have no strategy. They have no plan. They have no way or tools that they use. They just wing it, and they go from one thing to the next. And when you're using that shotgun approach in business and in your life, you might get some results that you want, but the chances are scattered, just like that shotgun or spaghetti against the wall effect. Some things will stick and work, but the vast majority of them won't. And if you don't have a purposeful way of checking out and seeing what works and what doesn't, doing more of what works and less of what doesn't work, and learning and growing and testing and improving along the way, it just makes the journey a whole lot harder than it has to be. So that's it. That's our idiom and our expression for today, a shot in the dark. Do you make wild-ass unsubstantiated guesses, or do you do things that have a little chance of success, or do you make educated guesses? I'd rather see myself making educated guesses than just wild guesses off the top of my head. I guess that encourages us all to think for ourselves and have processes and systems that help us to make better decisions. All right, have an awesome day. I will be with you tomorrow with another mental well-being related idiom for the month of March. Any questions, ask. Otherwise, see you tomorrow.